Hey everybody, it's me, MiaFran again. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another rating video. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be rating the IDOLiSH7 characters. I'm so excited. We're only going to do the ones that have shown up in the anime because I have never played the game. So I don't know the other groups or anything, so I'm not going to rate them because I don't know those characters. So we're only going to rate the characters that show up in the anime. So we're going to do like IDOLiSH7, obviously. Metso is also included in there. And then we'll do Trigger as the two groups that we're going to look at. And then Tsumugi, her dad, and then Gaku's dad. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. If I miss any characters, just let me know. Let's see. First, I think we should go with the title group. IDOLiSH7. We're going to start with IDOLiSH7. So, first up here in this, like, thing, we have Iori. So, alright, let's talk about Iori. So, Iori, I think at the beginning of the show, I was kind of like, ooh, I might stan him, because, I don't know, he got dark hair, and he reminds me of Tokia a little bit. They're kind of similar characters, but he's actually not one of my favorites. Shocker, oh my god. But I do like that he's like very logical and calm and collected, and I do like that he helps Tsumugi out with all of the managerial duties that she has to have while managing their group. I like that he kind of you know, is like, okay, well, I'll help you, because he sees the potential in her being a good manager. And I also ship him really, really hard with Riku. I want them to kiss each other. Who doesn't? But I like Iori. I think he's pretty cool. Okay, so since these are since these are idol boys, I will tell you if I will date them or not. Would I date Iori? I'd probably go on a date with him. He seems like a nice guy, nice modern gentleman. Okay, so next up we have Yamato. The oldest of IDOLiSH7. He's okay. I mean, he's like the glasses character, so like he's the one who wears glasses. Because you always need a glasses character in your idol show, reverse harem, bishi shows. So he's gonna have a glasses character. I thought he was a bit boring, actually. I feel like, because they never say what the revenge is for, like why he like, when Tsumugi asks him like, why do you want to be an idol and stuff? He's like, for revenge, like he's doing it for revenge, but I want to know why. What's the revenge? I guess apparently I have a friend who told me that like you learn that later on in the storyline, so hopefully we get to see that, because I'm curious. I hope that makes him a more interesting character, because so far he's kind of like a bit boring. He's not the most boring out of them all, unfortunately, but I just feel like that's because they only did like certain storylines from the game in the first season. It's kind of like with Udapri, like we can only focus on one boy's like major storyline from one of the games, so you know they like focus on a certain arc or whatever. It's like Oteya in season 4 or like Tokia in season 1. Anyway, yeah, he's okay. I don't know, yeah, he needs to become a more interesting character for me to really have a better opinion of him. Would I date him? Nah, probably not. I don't know. I want to know more about him. I'd rather like get to know him first, because we don't know much about him. Okay, next we got Mitsuki. I'm sorry, he is like even less interesting than Yamato is. Like, I do like that he's like Iori's little brother, he's his little brother in terms of like height, but he's actually the older brother. Like, I think that's an interesting dynamic. It's kind of like a Full Metal Alchemist thing going on, I guess. I like that Iori calls him Nissan, like that's so cute. Because, you know, he's like taller than him. But he's just like kind of there. Like, I do like that they have a character though, and he's this character, he's the one who's kind of like, he's not the best at everything in terms of like being an idol. So yeah, I think at one point they're like, he's like, everyone always says he's like their second favorite out of the group, which like is very weird, like to, I guess, us who don't really know about like idol culture or anything, because we don't really have that kind of culture here. But it's interesting to see within the show, actually, just in general, you get to see the fans too, like how they kind of interact within the idol culture, fandom, whatever. So I do like that. I think that's interesting. But I really think he needs more of an arc. I hope, again, there's like more of that down the line in like the next season, because I really want to like all of the guys in IDOLiSH7. But some of them are just kind of like boring or not interesting so far. So I can't really I don't really have a big or good opinion about them, just because it really didn't show that in the first season. But I think he's cute. He's very adorable. I don't know if he likes that or not. I do like that he's very determined. I do like that they at least tell us that he's been trying like multiple times. Like he's probably the most experienced auditioner out of all of them, because he's auditioned so many times. So I do like that, because, you know, I know what it feels like to audition for something and you don't get the lead, or you don't get a part and stuff like that. So it's kind of just like, yeah, like I get it, you know? Okay, next up we got Tamaki, my fucking boy. He is my boy. I love him. He is my favorite out of IDOLiSH7. He's my favorite boy out of all of them. He's like my best boy. I think he's just so fucking adorable. But also, like, he won me over with the King Pudding shit. Like, that's just super funny. I don't know, it's like kind of endearing. I just really like his character. Like, he's kind of lazy, but he's also like really hardworking at the same time. He really just wants to find his little sister, and I think that's really cute. I think that's a really good contrast to what his character is. He's like kind of lazy. Like I said, he's the lazy kind of slacker guy, but he really wants to reach this goal, so that's why he wants to be on TV. But he's also like a really good dancer, and I think that's pretty cool. But he is my boy. He's my favorite. I love him. Would date him. 10 out of 10 would date. Oh, would I date Mitsuki? I forgot to answer that. No, I wouldn't date him. But I would totally date Tamaki, yes. 10 out of 10 would date. Next up, we got the other half of Mezzo, Sogo. Sogo is also kind of like boring a little bit. Like, I felt bad when he tells Tommy, he's like, you always say I'm boring and stuff. I mean, like, he kind of is boring. But only in terms of, like, he doesn't really have, like, again, he's another character that didn't really have, like, a character arc in this first season. Like, he contributed, and, you know, like, a lot of episodes did focus on him, but we didn't really learn too much about him. Like, we didn't really learn his personality other than the fact that he is really scary and can get really super drunk. Like I said, he can get really scary. He threatened Tommy with a knife. That was fucking creepy and scary, and I did not like that, because his face could if looks could kill, I mean. And then, when they went on the little vacation trip together, he was the one out of IDOLiSH7 that got super fucking drunk. And so, yeah, clearly he doesn't know when to stop. I do like that we get an inkling of, like, ooh, he comes from, like, a rich family, but he's like, I don't want to be associated with them and stuff. So, hopefully, again, we see more of that in the next season. I really want more of his relationship with Tamaki to be explored, just because I feel like there's something there, they're just not, like, giving it to us. That's what I think. Sogo, would I date Sogo? Well, he is rich, so maybe one date. Maybe. He has a nice design. He's very cute. Alright, so next we got Nagi, one of my other boys. One of my other best boys. He's a fucking weeaboo, and I fucking love that. He's only half Japanese, so it still counts. He's still a pretty big weeaboo. Like all of us, we're all fucking weebs. He's beautiful. He's funny. He's the comic relief character. He's obsessed with anime. Like I said, he's a weeaboo. And he just wants to make friends, because he doesn't have any, or he says he's never had friends before, and that makes me very sad. I want to know more about Nagi, but I do like his comedic antics. I love that, like, he's always kind of like the joke, like there's always something serious going on in the show, and then, like, he comes in with, like, something funny to say. Or he has, like, a funny reaction, like when Mitsuki's like, you need to take all of this fucking weeb shit down, and he's like, no, not my figures and not my DVDs, and he's like freaking out. Like, it's super funny, and I just love that. Or when he wants to hang up like a magical Kokona poster like in the living room, and they're like, don't hang that here, and he's just like, no. It's just like, oh, I love Nagi. It's just, he's a great character. I want more stories focused on him because I think he's really, really interesting. And yeah, I really would date him. Yes, 10 out of 10 would date him. He's so cute and handsome and beautiful, and I love him. Yeah, he's another one of my best boys. Last but not least, from IDOLiSH7, we got the center. We got Riku, my other boy, my little baby. He's my little sunshine baby. May, it's kind of weird because Ultia in Udapri is also my little sunshine baby, and they are both red. The red boys. I don't know why the red characters are always like in the middle. That's very strange. But Riku is fucking precious and adorable, and we all need to protect him because he is a gift to the world, and I love him. I would do anything for him. He's so cute, and like, I don't know, I love his determination. He's just like so cute. Like, I can't stop saying how cute he is. He's just so fucking cute. I just love him so much. I want him to be happy, and I want him and Iori to make out with each other. I ship them really hard, guys. Like, if you know of any good Iori Riku like fan fiction, please send it to me. Like, tell me where to go, because I will read it. As long as it's good. I don't care if it's NSFW. I just want to read good fan fiction. Between those two, because I love them. But he is my baby. I love him. I want him to be happy. I want him to be protected. He has a great voice. I think he does have the best voice out of all the boys in IDOLiSH7. Like they say in the show, like he has like the best voice, and I agree with that. I'm glad he's at the center, because he's just so like charismatic, and like, yeah, he's definitely like the best center for them to go with. And yeah, I love him. I would date him. I want to, I'll be there for you, my little baby. I love you so much, Riku. So yeah, there you go. That was IDOLiSH7. So next, we got Trigger, the big other group. I don't know. I know there's other groups, but I don't know who they are, so I can't really judge them because I haven't seen them in action on screen yet. So yeah, we're just going to do IDOLiSH7 and Trigger. So let's go with Trigger. First up, we're going to do Ryunosuke. And I really like him. I think he is very cute. I like his design a lot. I like that he's very tall. I really do like that all of the guys in Trigger really care about each other, because that's like a stark contrast from Quartet Night in Udapri. So, because Trigger is kind of like the Quartet Night to IDOLiSH7's Starish. So, yeah, but whereas Quartet Night, like, they kind of hate each other, Trigger does not hate each other. They're all like best bros, and they love each other, and they, you know, they're there for each other, and they're friends. So I do like that. Not saying I don't like Quartet Night though, because, you know, I love Quartet Night. They're just different groups, which is good. I'll probably talk about that in another video, about Udapri versus IDOLiSH7 and like why that shit is stupid. People fighting about it. Anyway, back to Trigger. I like Ryunosuke. He is cool. He is not my favorite out of Trigger, though. Would I date him? Probably one date, but I know I got some friends. You know who you are. I will not take Ryunosuke from you, because he is yours. But I would go on one date with him if you allow me. So I do like him. He's very charismatic. I like that he's a model. Like, that's cool. I always like the model ones, too. Like, they're models. It's dope. Next we got 10. 10 is a fucking asshole. Bitch. And I don't like him. I hope he redeems himself to make me like him in Season 2. Because so far, he's a fucking asshole. Especially to Riku for reasons. I'm not going to spoil anything, but he's a fucking asshole to Riku for reasons. And I don't like that. Because Riku didn't do anything to him. He just wanted to be like 10. And yeah, I mean, I think 10's a good performer. He's a good singer, you know, all that good stuff. Obviously, that's why they picked him to be an idol, but, like, he needs to stop being a little bitch and be nice. I would not date him because I don't like him. And last, but certainly not least, we got my favorite member of Trigger, Gaku, because he is fucking sexy, and I love him. No, I really like Gaku. I like that he's like kind of sexy. Well, he's not kind of sexy, but he's like sexy, but also kind of like soft. He a soft boy, as people say on Twitter. He a soft boy, and he is very like, I like when he gets blushy, like that's super cute. I love that he clearly is interested in Tsumugi, and that he really likes her, because I ship them too, like I ship them a lot. I think they're really fucking cute together, but I also want Gaku for myself because he's sexy. I don't know, I like his aura. It's just like, ooh, like I want to know that guy, you know? He's my favorite from Trigger. The more like he came on screen and like showed who he really was, I really liked his character. I like that he's kind of not shy, but like I like when he gets nervous around Tsumugi, just because like she kind of questions him sometimes. I do like that, you know, he's like this sexy guy on the outside, but on the inside, like clearly he's like, oh god, like I don't want her to think I'm weird. So I really like him. But yeah, he's my favorite out of Trigger. So next up, speaking of Tsumugi, we're gonna go with Tsumugi, homegirl. I like to call her homegirl because for the longest time I forgot her fucking name. So she's the homegirl, Tsumugi. I really like her. She is a really good character. I'm not gonna say she's the main character. I know like in the game, she's the main character. Like she's the main heroine, but I feel like both groups, IDOLiSH7 and Trigger, are more the main characters so far in the anime. Like, she's also a main character, but she's not the main character. I don't know. Like, that just to me feels like, just because she gets as much screen time as the others, and we see other people, at least in the anime, I wouldn't say she's like the main character, but like, yeah, she is. But she's a great character. I really like her personality. She tries really hard to do her job well, especially because this is like her first job she's ever really had. So she really wants to impress her dad, who is also her boss. But she also wants to impress and, you know, share a bond with the guys of IDOLiSH7. And of course, she's got this relationship with Gaku that I want to be explored more. I want them to go on a date so bad. But I think she's really cute. I like that she's different from other kinds of main characters because she's like directly involved in the story. Like she makes stuff happen, which you can't really say for a lot of MCs, just because, I mean, I know in the game you can still change her name like to your name if you want, like all other Otome games. But in this anime, they really did a good job of like giving her stuff to do without her feeling like she's just kind of like tacked on as like an extra, or like, you know, we're just seeing everything from her eyes, which is not true because, you know, we see the perspectives of like both like agencies or whatever. But I really like Tsumugi. I think she's a great character. Next, we got Otoharu Takanashi, which is Tsumugi's dad. I think he is very strange. He's a strange man. He means well. He's not like Shining Satsuma, where like Shining just does weird shit and then like tells them afterward, like, oh no, this is all part of my plan. Like this dude, Otoharu, he's more like kind of upfront. He's not crazy weird. He's just kind of like, he's more of like a, you know, like, I'm gonna stop a project if I feel like it's not up to par, which is why he doesn't debut IDOLiSH7 for the longest fucking time. But yeah, I don't know. He's just kind of there for me. He just is like, eh. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about the dad. Next up, we got Bonri, who is like the number 2 to Tsumugi's dad. I like him. I think he's a cute guy. Oh, I wouldn't date her dad, by the way, and I wouldn't date Tsumugi because I want her to date Gaku. I would be her friend though. But yeah, I like Bonri. I think he's cool. He's like, yeah. He's just kind of like the older brother that's just there that kind of like makes sure everyone's okay. He's like the mom friend, I guess. He's like the mom friend of like the whole agency, and I don't know, I just think that's cool. Also, he's cute, so I would definitely date him. Yeah, but that's all I really have to say about him. And then you have like the weird thing, Hinako, this weird rabbit thing. Kind of looks like Motoki from the Clamp series. I don't know, that thing is too weird for me. It's not like Mokina, where Mokina like talks and like helps with shit. Like this thing is just like kind of there. I wish they did more with this shit, with this thing, this rabbit thing. I would not date it because it's an animal. And last, we got this fucker, Sosuke, who is Gaku's dad. He's a fucking asshole and I don't like him. He has beef with Otoharu and like over stupid personal drama shit that doesn't need to be within the workplace, work environment. even if you don't work at the same agency, like that stupid shit, like leave it at the door. Hate that, hate that. Also, he's just like an asshole. And like, he made that dude steal something. I'm not gonna spoil it. But he made that guy steal something from, what's called, Takanashi Productions. That bastard. I would not date Gaku's dad because he's a dick. And I don't like him. So, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I looked more into the camera this time around. I know I tend to like look at the screen. But this time I made sure what I was recording is not here on the screen, so like I'm not looking at it. But I hope you enjoyed this rating video of the IDOLiSH7 characters, or my like thoughts about them, opinions, whatever. I'm excited there's a season 2 that's been announced, so I hope there's more of the story. Yeah, I would just really like to know more about all these groups, especially the other groups that are in this series. Like, there are more groups than just Trigger and IDOLiSH7. But they're not in the anime, so I don't really have an opinion on them. But I hope they are in the next season. Yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I'm actually rewatching it now because I'm watching it with my friend. She's never seen it before, so we're watching it together, and she really likes it. I'm quite enjoying it again for the second time. It's up there, like, you know, it's up there. It's like right after Udapri for me, I think. Udapri has like taken over my life too much, to the point where like nothing will ever beat it, I don't think, in terms of like idol stuff. For me personally, but I really liked IDOLiSH7. I loved the fact that we get to see like the fans that also like discover them and love them, and like we get to see their journey as well with IDOLiSH7. So I love that. I like the characters. I like the OP. I think the OP is great. It's one of my favorite OPs of all time, I think. It's just fun. I like the video. I like the random guy dancing in the airport. Like, why is that guy there? I don't know. But I really like it. I like the OP. I like the ending song too, that Trigger song. What is it, Heavenly Visitor? That song is cool. I really like that one. I really need to get more into the IDOLiSH7 music, so if you guys could link me to any place where like I can listen to it, like on SoundCloud or something, just so I can listen to it for free, I guess. Like, or if there's a place where I can listen to that stuff, like, just make sure you link me, so that way I can enjoy more music from the series, because I do like those songs. I think they were pretty good. I would like to hear more. I'm curious. So yeah, let me know in the comments who is your best boy in IDOLiSH7 and Trigger, and would you date any of them, or tell me why they're your favorite. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video, and also make sure to subscribe if you already haven't. I make videos about Udapri mostly because I am obsessed, but also about other anime, and also Miraculous Ladybug and other shit that I am into. And yeah, if you're already subscribed to me, make sure you hit the little bell icon so that way you know when I upload videos as well as when I go live. I try to live stream every month towards the end of the month, and yeah, I think that is going to be the end of the video. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been me, MiaFran, saying goodbye to you. So have fun, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!